It was the weekend before the ground entry to Gaza. I was 19. I was told that I'm going to join a special force ground team. I found myself on one of these vehicles. We're supposed to be called the next morning. Within an hour we were called because apparently there was a very big encounter between Hamas and the Golani Brigade.
My name is Ohad. During Operation Protective Edge, I served as a platoon commander in the Golani Brigade. My mission was to lead the brigade into a neighborhood called Sajaiya. Early in the morning, we got a permission to cross the fence towards Gaza. And the first thing I remember, it's dozens of rockets launched towards us, shouting on my driver, just keep moving, keep driving.
We're on our vehicles, driving on the road into Gaza. The horizon looking like a scene from the movie Black Hawk Down.
And once we got there, from the left, we saw a building, and from the other hand, I saw a lemon grove. And we drove between them until I heard a strange voice, and my vehicle just stalled. At first, I didn't know what to do. We have to keep moving forward because in my head, I had only my mission. So my order was to leave the vehicles on the field and keep moving forward by foot. A few minutes after, an RPG missile hit my vehicle, causing a huge explosion. I fell on the ground, flames, fire. I was shot 3 times in both my legs. Shrapnel hit my elbow and my back. I lost my weapon. My legs was paralyzed, my hand was paralyzed. Very heavy fire all around me, flames for the vehicles, and the worst thing about it is that I was alone. And I shouted and shouted and shouted, and no one answered me.
So after crossing the border, through these night vision goggles, we'd look for tunnels from when Hamas used to come out of and shoot at Israeli soldiers. So we're basically looking for anything that may surprise us. The security aspect was mainly on my shoulders. When we got close to the forces, suddenly we realized that there are a lot of Israeli forces around in counter.
So I took the only weapon I had left was a hand grenade from the side of my vest. I took the grenade and I put it next to my chest. I waited for a terrorist to come and to explode myself up with him. After a few minutes, something was wrong, something was missing. I didn't have an idea what happened. So I raised my head and I saw my signal operator hiding behind a tree, meaning that he had the radio on his back. All the adrenaline came into my body because I have a soldier that is alive, is here, I can fight with him and maybe even bring him back home.
We entered the encounter area. So we immediately saw a very strong blazing fire coming out of the Nagmash and quickly realized that there are 7 soldiers in the Nagmash who are already dead and that we don't have the right equipment to put the fire out. It was devastating, but quickly we snapped out of it and realized that we have to get the remaining 2 soldiers out.
Suddenly, out of the blue, I just saw the 669 soldiers coming to rescue me. And for me, they were like angels. They came out of nowhere and I couldn't even hear them, couldn't see them. They just came, took me and brought me back home.
I found myself on the vehicle with Ohad, the commander of the force. On the one hand, I was relieved to leave Gaza unharmed after being able to save his and his soldier's life. On the other hand, I was strongly experiencing the loss of a commander. From there on, for the next 36 hours, my team and I would go in and out of Gaza, ending up rescuing 40 wounded personnel in those 36 hours. Among them, faces and names that will stay with me forever.
After the evacuation, I started the rehabilitation process. And after a few days, I realized 7 of my soldiers were killed. One of them still missing till this day. His name is Ron Shaul. Each one of them is a very big part in my life until this moment.